What's up? What's up? What's up? All right, guys, welcome to the stream. I thought I had a better name in mind, but let's just call it the Saturday Night Live stream or whatever for you guys in the Burb Nest. All right, so what are we gonna look at today? We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin versus the US dollar. Right, so looking at the monthly, not really. I mean, this is fucking crazy, to be honest. I mean, wow, insane. So crazy move. So what I want to show you guys, and what I want to focus on really going forward is the 200 simple on the weekly. Very important, obviously, because you can see how price really got bought up here with this wick. This wick is a really a indication of buyers wanted to get up, get above the 200 simple on the weekly here. Then 200 simple is this white line right here. So as you can see here, we bounced off the 200 simple right here. So if we close above the 200 simple, that would obviously be a bullish thing, right? And if you guys are having any problems with the quality of the audio or the image or whatever, just type in the chat and I'll see what I can do. So I've been trying to scalp this range that we're trading in right now, so I'm gonna change over to Bitstamp here. Sorry, Bybit. So the idea with this short here was to basically I wanted to short the range high, take some profits at range EQ, and finally exit down here right before we hit range low. So I mean I can't really, if you decide to trade Bitcoin in the current environment, you have to realize that you can only use very small risk. You gotta be, gotta plan your trades, and it's only really for scalps. And why am I saying that? Because like I showed you before, look at this. Do you really want to short this? Sure, you can enter a short if you have like a big BTC position. You might want to hedge that position with a short, right, with a low leverage short. But other than that, I don't know, man. Like you don't want to short the 200 simple on the weekly. Why? Well, basically this is all I have to show you. What's inside that circle, right? This bounce right here, the bounce being confident with this support here. This was the bottom before the the big move to 14k. So this is really the only thing I'm watching right now. Can the weekly close above? Can the weekly close above, right? And if we get a close above, I'm looking for a bullish move up towards first the 6. Well, you know what, like I think we're probably gonna test the EQ of this area right here. So around between 6.4 to 6.6, somewhere in that region. So be careful, guys. To be honest, like if you have to scalp this, be very wary of we can, look at this, right? We obviously you don't want to short a third retest of the oh really, did I say the bottom before the bottom? Okay. I'm if you guys have been following my streams lately, you might have noticed that I'm basically partially retarded, right? So when I say stupid things, it doesn't mean I mean to say stupid things. It just means that I'm stupid. So this was the bottom before the move up. So scalping this, this area right here is a no trade zone. If we break above here, I might consider a long of range high. But you gotta remember, guys, you have this area right here, so we have to clear this level, right? I usually don't do TA with the drawing tool like this, but I like it. So that's what I'm looking for, right? This area is a no trade zone. And if we break this area to the downside like this, right, might try a short. Obviously can't really plan a short right now because depending on how price action looks right here, we might get a move like this, right? Let's move that one out a little bit, something like that. So we might get a move like this, right? Then I would obviously want to have a setup that looks something like this, right? Short the first retest, of range EQ, hopefully a bearish retest. Stop above the swing high here if we get a swing high, or if you don't get a swing high, you should look at this low and this high as an area to watch, basically, for stop loss. So somewhere in that region. So as you guys can see, I should really stop touching my fucking face. God damn it. Fucking corona times. I love touching my face though. It's, oh god damn it. Alright, so obviously if I enter here, we might see a move down to range low, and obviously that area needs to hold. If we don't hold that area, well, we might see 3k. So yeah, obviously we're probably gonna see a bounce of the 377 too. I think it's the EMA, right? Yeah, should be the EMA. Yeah, the 377 EMA is down here, so we're probably gonna see a maybe that level already got front run. I don't know. Like you can see this area right here, right? The swing low here, being confident with, well, not really confident, but yeah, I am. I'm watching my hand. I'm watching my hand, and I'm washing my hand too, obviously. So you guys, if you watch this area right here, the whatever number it is, 3, 6, 5, 55, 5 to 5. So next week or soonish, well, the 377 is probably gonna dip down here. Well, that's probably gonna be an area where you will see a bounce. So I would say, somewhere in this region you will see a bounce. But really, that's not much below that area. I'm not gonna go lower than 3k. If I go lower than 3k, I'm like some bullish motherfucker will probably hire a hitman and kill me. So yeah, 3k sounds good. Now that's the bearish case. Lose the 200 simple on the weekly, move down to the 377. Most probably a wick down to 3k. Now the bullish scenario here. So I'm moving over to the daily to see if I can find any interesting moving averages. Not really, right? God damn, this is crazy. So we have the 200. I can't believe this. I remember. You can obviously do TA on stuff like this, but guys, you gotta remember, we have the. I gotta get a pen. Oh, sorry. can't find a pen. Where the fuck is the pen? Okay, alright. I need to write up as a reminder to check Ethereum BTC and Ethereum something else. Yes, ETHUSD. I haven't looked at alts in a while because yeah, why would you want to take a like why would you want to look at alts right now, right? So I like that area right here. Oops. So I get this swing high right here at very close to 5,000. Which one is it? I think I'm gonna take that one. All right, so let's see that one. I like how it's confluent with this, you know, the EQ of this area. Very nice. So I'm really thinking that you know, break below the range EQ here. We will. What's up, Crypto Sweeney? The Janip, whatever. What's up? EOS BTC. Well, I gotta finish BTC first. Like really, there's not much to say about BTC right now. To be honest, I mean, we almost died, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people actually died from this heart attack or whatever. But there's really nothing more to say than this. Let's actually see where is the 200 simple. Let's see. Where is it's right at 5504, almost close. Well, yeah. So I would have been much happier if this was really, you know, range high or something like that. But let's see if we can. We should probably, like, we need to establish a an area here instead of just levels. So I want to see, like, I want to have the 200 simple in the middle, and you guys, you gotta know, like, you gotta remember that the moving averages, they are actually moving, right? So we gotta take that into consideration. So it has to be dynamic, right? But I'm liking this area, right? So this is the general area that I'm gonna look for, like a general I guess resistance area, whatever, SR level based on the 200 simple. Let's see if we can if we get any confluence with any swing lows or swing highs on the daily. All right, so right here, right? So I'm really liking that we got the 200 simple right here, right? I like that area. Let's see from the last bull run. So what I like to do right here is I want to use the range EQ and the 200 simple like this. So I want to mark that out as a potential range area, right? We might but that's actually not a good idea, because if we actually range down here, that would mean we close the weekly below the SMA. So what I'm gonna use this zone for is a potential future support and resistance area. So if we close above the 200 simple here, we might see a move up to this area as resistance, right? But if we fail to reclaim that area, I anticipate a move down back and retest the 200 simple, and that's basically how I trade moving averages, right? I wait for a breakout, then along the retest for a potential bounce and a move higher, right? So if the 200 simple is, you know, right above this area here, I might anticipate like a powerful wick down on the weekly, and this wick can like go all the way down here without, you know, being very bearish unless it closes back below. So if we get like a wick down and then a weekly close above, it's still gonna be a uptrend, right? So I'm definitely gonna watch this area in the future. This area is not really relevant right now, but I'm just gonna have it on my chart to remember what I'm talking about, basically. So that's what I'm seeing right now. Do I have a trade right now? Not really. When is the next trade coming? Well, the next trade is coming above 5650 or below 4850. The problem is thanks, man. Oh god damn, I forgot what I was saying. So the next trade, and you gotta remember, guys, you have this this swing high here. Very important. This is gonna be acting as resistance. So if you long this area, you gotta remember, guys, like you might have a, you know, you stop down here, you stop down here, or even you stop down here. It all depends on your setup and your risk profile and your time frame for trades. If you're trading the weekly or the day, like you're probably not going to trade a weekly, but if you're trading like the daily or the higher time frames, you might want to lower your stop. You might want to have a wider stop because you know, your profit taking is probably going to be way higher. Like I'm thinking, like, dude, I'm thinking like I want to see that retest of the 200 simple on daily. You know, let's remove all this weird stuff. Let's remove all this weird stuff here. So it feels like I'm just talking shit right now, so I'm just gonna move over to the altcoins, right? Because everyone fucking loves the shitcoins, right? Let's see, where do we have? What do we have? We have ETH BTC. So haven't watched this one in a while. Well, it's not dead. Yeah, I like this. I like it a lot. So I remember we talked about the ETH BTC in the Nest Club chat, and I told you guys that if we, like, obviously this is pretty obvious stuff right here, right? So if we, whoops, we got rejected here. This level failed to act as support. So the next logical bounce would be down here. We had a very nice bounce here, but we got rejected up here again at resistance. So where's the next level of interest? Well, like, I would not want to buy a second retest of this area. So to repeat, I'm not gonna buy the second retest of support. The better buy would have been the first retest of support. The problem is when, like, the world is dying and the economy is going to fucking collapse, you might not want to, you know, try to catch a falling knife, right? So what I would want to see for and do we have a weekly W? Yeah, we have well, yeah, pretty much. So we had a weekly W. Do we have the weekly 21 EMA? Yeah, fuck yeah. This looks so good. So this is a pretty obvious setup. The problem is the wick came down pretty far. So this for me is a well, it's not really a perfect W, obviously, but you have this W structure, right? And you have the weekly 21 EMA confluent with the breakout level. You saw this perfect retest. Well, not really perfect, but the perfect setup for me would have been like if we saw a move up here, and if the RLC would have been, you know, somewhere in this area, being confluent with the breakout level, then I would most likely probably buy the first retest. So the reason for not buying the first retest here is the fact that the breakout level was not confluent with the RLC. So, but still interesting, very interesting. The area of support. Where is the next area of support? Well, obviously it's the RLC, right? So I want to see, well, yeah, I want to see Ethereum BTC break this level to the downside, and then show bullish market structure in the RLC like this, right? Breakout, retest, move higher. Well, yeah, that's yeah. So I totally agree. This is a very good retest with you know the wick below and the close above. We haven't really, you know, we like on the weekly we might actually see that. But what I'm saying is, I would like the RLC to be a little bit higher, and I think this wick is too far below support, to be honest. Like, well, I'm not sure. I would just wanna see the fact that we got the wick so close to RLC. I think the RLC will act as a magnet here, and like the bullish case for this one is move higher and a close above this one. Then I would look for a move up to this area, and if we break above this area, that's when I think Ethereum will that's when I think Ethereum will perform well, very well. Ethereum USD, where do we have on what exchange? Well, USDT, Binance. Well, this is ugly, right? Not really the most beautiful chart. Let's see on Bitstamp. Well, we did wick down to the lows here. So probably a lot of you are watching this and thinking like, well, so the weekly order block right here, let's mark that one out. Here we go, 350, 50. So where's the EQ of that one? Looks like it tapped EQ perfectly actually. So that's pretty good. 87.75. 87.75. Yeah, so very nice. We had this weekly order block right here, and it pretty much tapped that perfectly. It reversed at 88.20, and well, actually right above, but it doesn't really matter, close enough. So obviously this order block right here is what we need to hold. We then need to see. So when you're looking at order blocks, right, you wanna look at the last like a bullish order block. You want to see the last bearish candle before a up move and break in market structure. Like this is most likely that the most important order block right here. So where do we have a, like, this is an up move, right? So where do we have the last bearish candle before the up move and the break in market structure? As you can see here, we had a weekly downtrend. We broke that downtrend on this move. So this is the last weekly candle, the weekly red candle, or gray in this case. So where do we have that one? Right here. Let's see, where do we have the EQ of that candle? Looks like we're right at EQ right now. So what I would look for bullishness on Ethereum USDT. And guys, I like the fact that this is looking, kind of looks like Bitcoin fighting the 200 simple on the weekly, but instead of that we are seeing Ethereum USD fight this order block EQ. So I haven't added any, and also this kind of looks like it's the RLC of this latest up move right here. So let's see if it actually is the RLC. Not really. Do I care about this area? Probably not. No, I'm gonna go to with the order blocks right here. Obviously, you wanna, like, when using RLC, you wanna, like, like, it has already played out, right? So I'm not gonna use the RLC on that one, not this whole range at least. Let's see, 129.26, 129.26, 29.26. All right, so there we go. Let's see. Yeah, so as you can see, we are currently fighting that order block EQ. So what am I looking at? Well, I'm looking for a close. Well, it kind of looks like we got a daily close above right here. So actually, I might actually think that we need to take out this whole order block right here. So as you like, I need to see. Yeah, as you can see here, we're bouncing up and down inside this order block. So what I need to see is more price action on a daily, basically. It's very hard to trade something like this, right? You need to, like, when a daily has a lot of candles like this, we can establish that, you know, the importance of this order block. Right now, we can obviously, like, establish the importance of this order block EQ right here, but I need to see, like, more price action inside this order block or above or below or whatever. And I would like to say that I think, like, well, I don't think, like, man, I sound like a fucking idiot. Daily open and close above the order block, and I would long a retest of this order block for a move up to at least this area right here. So that's the bullish case for Ethereum USD. Let's go back to Ethereum USDT. See, where do we have my levels right here? So I actually had the RLC marked out on this one. We had this RLC right here. Now, interesting. So remove that one because we just blow right past this one. As you guys remember, I marked this area out on the Bitstamp chart on Binance USDT. We are watching that area as a resistance. So where do we have the EQ of this one? The weekly, well, yeah, probably somewhere in that region, right? I'm not gonna do it again, obviously, but yeah. So it's yeah, this area I like. Let's see. Beautiful. Close above this one. And guys, remember, it kind of similar to the weekly on Bitcoin, right? We need to, like, close above the 200 simple on the weekly on Bitcoin. We want to close the weekly above this area right here, the order block EQ, confluent with the support and resistance area. Like, that's pretty much all I want to see. Now let's put on the moving average. So I want to see it right now. When I put on the moving averages, I want to see confluence. I want to see confluence between the order block EQ, the support and resistance areas, and if we get that EQ, that would be perfect. If we don't get that EQ, like the confluence, all right, so perfect. As you guys can see here, the daily 21 EMA right here. So we'll most probably see well, not the daily 21 EMA, the weekly 21 EMA. So even better. We haven't tested the 21 EMA on the weekly after breaking down, so a move up would be the first retest of the 21 EMA on the weekly. So that's what I would be watching on Ethereum USDT if we move higher. Expect the 21 EMA on the weekly to act as a very strong resistance. On the daily, the 200 simple